What's up everybody, this is Pro Programmer from Learn Programming YouTube channel and welcome my channel. So previously I have uploaded two videos on HTML and HTML5 learning from very beginning. So if you haven't watched, make sure you watch them. So today we are going to talk about CSS basics. We are going to talk about basic CSS. So firstly, what is CSS? CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet, and it is mainly used to uh, design the HTML element. So HTML sorts out the HTML page structure, but CSS define how HTML elements are displayed. So let's get started. First of all, there are two way to use CSS in your HTML file. So first of all, create one. You can use any text editor. So I like to use Sublime Text, and so for that okay, so for that make sure you have made a basic structure of HTML, and let me put a title CSS. Okay, for CSS there can be two ways to embed CSS, by embedding external CSS file and embedding in a same web page. So firstly I like to show you by embedding it in a same page. For that you just have to write a tag name style style. Okay, and between the we have to write a style. Suppose if I like to style a body, then we just have to write body body and write something over here. So if I want to change the background color of the body, then simply I just have to write back background, okay, dash color. Then I will put the background color like gray. Okay, let's check it out. So let's save it in a desktop for the easy. So let's put CSS test.html. Save it as HTML. So let's check it out. So you can see the body color has been changed. So in this way you can embed a CSS in a same page. Okay, so another method of doing this is you just create a new file and put this code in this file, okay, and save it as your name. I just want to save it as style dot css and make sure it as a all file type. Okay, and save it. Now come here and remove this all thing and write a tag name link. Okay, put rel is equal to style street and type is equal to text slash css and put the same file name style.css. and now see the changes over here. Okay, in this way you can embed external CSS file in your HTML document. The another way to do this is just, there is also another way to do this. First of all, let's make sure it's not embedded. Okay, and another way is to do it is put a attribute name style style and write the same code over here. Basic background dash color and put a gray. Okay, just cancel it. Now you can see the changes over here. So in this way you can embed the CSS file over HTML. So let's see the rule of defining the HTML file. So firstly, I like to go by embedding it in our same body by putting a tag name style style. Okay, if you want to put, there are three ways to embed declare the functionalities of a tag. You can directly embed a functionalities of tag. Suppose if I want to put a functionality of body, then you can simply use this code over here. Okay, our body, we directly use the body tag over here. But if I use paragraph tag over here and write something over here, then if I want to you change the property of this paragraph, then I can also do same thing as it is. Okay, as a p. Okay, and put the color to change its color. Suppose if I want to put it, okay, you can do it. Okay, and another way of doing this is simply put dot in front of it and put class over here and use a p, and you can do it in the same. The advantage of doing this is, if I make another paragraph over here and write okay, then the properties of PE stands for only one paragraph. If I just don't put a p in front, dot in front of p, then you can see all the property is valid for all the paragraphs. But if I put dot and something and same thing over here, then you can see the change in only one tag. Suppose you can use pp and anything you like over here, it is just a variable. Okay, and another method to do it is using the id. Suppose for that you just use hash sign in front of the variable and put id instead of class, then you can see the same thing over here. You can also use this id in this tag too. See, suppose if I use font okay, then I can use this id in a font too. Okay, so in this way work with embedding and getting started with the HTML. Getting started with the CSS. Okay, these are the syntax. So these are the way. So let's talk about the syntax. So the syntax of declaring the different function and different properties of the elements is just putting them inside a two curly bracket and using different attributes over here, so keywords over here. So if I want to change the background color, then I use the background dash color, and if I want to change the font color of the uh, of the of the body, then I just use a color. Okay, in this is the uh, syntax. And instead of is equal to, we use a colon, and to end this we use semicolon. Make sure you put semicolon after each declaration of the property. So let's talk about the comment. So same in as in other programming language, uh, CSS have also a uh, comment function. So for that, for the comment, you can just use slash says star and comment, and to end the comment you can just use again star and slash. So this is the way you can declare a comment over here. So these are just basic how can we get started with the CSS. So let's talk about working with the text. How can we work with the text? Suppose there are different keywords like color we use earlier. So let's talk about a font family. The change font dash font family. There are different font families. I like to use font family as Arial. I like to use a font family of MO Monsoon Space. Okay, so you can see the change over here. Yeah, you can see the change over here. Font family refers to the style of the font. Okay, if I change the style of the font, if I want to change the style of the font, then I just use font family over here. Suppose if I want to change this function, then I can simply change the other one. Suppose if there are many other like this serif. Okay, then you can see the change over here. So in this way you can change the font family list. You can saw the font family list in a Google and use the different font family. Okay, so let's talk about now font size. Suppose I just zoom it and show you actually the size of this font is this. Okay, to show you I just zoom it. If I want to increase the font of this, then I just go over here and come over here, then write font dash as size. Okay, and write how many, uh, write in a pixel. Suppose I want to write it on a 50 px as a 50 pixel. Save it and reload this and see the changes over here. Okay, so in this way you can change the font size. So let's talk about let's talk about font style. Okay, so font style refers to italic, bold, and many more. Suppose let me show you by practical font style. Okay, font style italic. Okay, see you. So you can see it is italic in nature now. So you can also change it in a form of bold. So here is the changes over here. So there are different font: italic, inheritance, interior, and many more. You can use it by searching the web. So for now I will use it as italic. Okay, in this way you can change the font style. So let me show you by changing the font. So there is another tag code named a font variant. Okay, so let's make it font dash variant. Okay, font variant. Okay, if we put it as a normal, suppose normal, then there will be nothing over here. If I change this normal to small caps, then you will see the change over here. Okay, in this way you can use the font variant. So I already have discussed about a font color. How can we change our color? You simply use a color for a color and use a background dash color for background color. So if I want to change the color, then you simply use other color too. So change this as a blue. There are different ways to declare font colors. You can use simply typing its name or writing a color code. Suppose if I want to change it with a color code, then search it CSS codes. Okay, suppose if I want to it's yellow, then copy it and use it in here instead of that. Put a has in front of it and see the change over here. So you can also use the color, or you can simply use this thing. Okay, copy it, and you can simply use RGB method to RGB, yes, and put that thing over here and save it, and you can see the change over here. Okay, you can simply change this RGB. Yeah, you can see other color too. RGB colors. So you can see the changes over here. In this way you can change the color using RGB and color codes. So okay, so let's talk about the alignment of our text. Okay, horizontally. Suppose if I want to align my text, then in the left or in the right, or then I just use okay text dash a line align. Okay, text align. Let's align it in a right because it is already in our left. Then you can use see that it is aligned in a left. Suppose if I want to align it in a center, then I just write center center, and you can see the change over here. You can also change it in a left. By default it is left, so let's leave it. And let's talk about text decoration. In a text decoration we can use different type of text decoration methods. Suppose if I want to use the text decoration, okay, let's change the size over here and put a text decoration here, text dash de decoration. Okay, text decoration. Let's put overline, overline text decoration. Then you can see the text decoration type. The line upside of the text has been appear because of the type of text decoration. Suppose if I write underline, then underline will be appear over here. Okay, if I put line dash THROUGH through, if I put line through, then it will cross over here. So if I put none of them, then all the things will be disappear over here. So in this way you can use the text decoration method. Okay, so there is also another text decoration method called blink. Let's see. So in this way, see, there is nothing, you can also use a blank text decoration as a blank also. So let's talk about indenting the text. So for that, okay, if I want to indent a text, which means a space between a space before starting a paragraph. Suppose if I have more article, let me take an article. Let me take an article over here, copy, let me use it over here. Okay, if I want my article to start from certain space, then I use text indent. So for that I just go over here and type a code name text dash e n I n indent. Okay, text indent. Suppose if I write 60 pixel and save it, see the change over here, then you can see the 60 pixel away from the line. So in this way you can put the indent in a paragraph or any type of font. So let's talk about text shadow, the shadow of the text. So let's increase the size up to a 60 and remove the id and put it in here and cut this and put this over in a top. Okay, and for let's create a shadow for the world. Okay, for that we use text dash s shadow, text that shadow, and put two in a three parts. Put a three pixels in a three parts. Okay, so let's put first pixel as a 5. I will show you and explain this all about it. 4 pixel. Okay, and let's make our define the color of the shadow. Okay, I like to define my shadow as red. Save it and let's see the changes over here. So you can see the red shadow is over here. So first if I only put only one value, then you will be not able to see the shadow. So all the value are required. So first value tends to the distance between the shadow and a distance between the shadow and the word. Suppose if I increase it, then you can see the distance over here. And second value tends to the horizontal distance between the shadow. Okay, and third value indicates the darkness of the shadow. Okay, in this way you can put the shadow in a text. Let's use same thing over here and put double P and use the class id double P over here and change the double P into 25 pixel. Okay, now it looks better. Okay, so let's talk about text transform. In a text transform, we can use text transform and capitalize the letter. So firstly, let me remove this font family to make it normal. Okay, double P. Oh, not a font family, this font variant. Just remove this font variant and make it normal. Suppose if I want to make all the first letter of the word capitalized, then I use the text transform. So let's use the text transform method over here. So for that, let's write text dash t transform and write capitalized capitalized and put a semicolon after that and see the change over here. Now you can see all the first letter of the sentence is capitalized by just using one methodologies over here. Okay, you can also use a different transform method like uppercase. Okay, to make all in uppercase and use lowercase to make all the word in a lowercase. You can, so in this way you can use your text transform to change it uppercase, lowercase, and different thing over here. So let's talk about word spacing. Suppose if I don't like the spacing between this word, then I can change the spacing between this word. So for that, just go over here, and if I want to just change the word spacing of the top, so I write over here. So I want to change the spacing of the letters, then I just write letter dash spacing, and I write in a pixel, then I will write 5 pixel. Okay, now see the changes over here. So you can see the spacing between the words have been changed. If you increase the number, then the space between a word would be increased over here, like that, like this. So in this way you can increase the space between the letters. Suppose if I want to decrease it, then I just use a minus sign, then it will decrease then the normal. Okay, so in this way you can increase and decrease the letter spacing between the words, letter. Okay, now let's talk about word spacing. So we talked about a letter spacing, so let's talk about word spacing. For the word spacing, we just use word dash spacing method and put pixels over here. Suppose if I want to put 25 pixel spacing in every every words in a sentence, then I use just like this. Now you can see the changes over here. Okay, you can also decrease by decreasing its value. If you don't like that, yeah, in this way you can change the spacing between a word. Okay, now let's talk about white spacing. So for the white spacing, so let's talk about a layout position layouts. Okay, so let's have a display properties. Okay, so for the display property, if I want to display this as a block, then I will go over here and write display and write a block. Let's see the change over here. So you can see it is in form of block. You can see the four rectangular surface. Okay, so the app element on the web page is rectangle in a box, and the display property determines how rectangular the box behave. Okay, and a block element is an element that takes up to a fluent width available, and the line breaks off, and after the style rules follow the span or any other paragraph things. Okay, so you can also use them in inline. You can also use them as inline, and there are many methodologies you can use it. Okay, you can see the change over here. So this is it. If you don't want to put anything, then you can just use none over here. Let's talk about visibility properties. If I want this world to be invisible, then I just go over here, okay, and write a visibility and hidden. Then you can see it's gone because its visibility is hidden. Okay, if I remove this, then its visibility will come back. Okay, in this way you can use the visibility technique, or you can simply use visibility none to do that. Also, you can also use visibility none and see the same result over here. Okay, so let's talk about floating. So floating, what floating does is, if I write a command float right, then it will go over here, and if I write float left, then it will float over here. So let's take a look at the float. Suppose if I have this font and I want it, let's use this tag too. I want to float it, then I just write to float. You can also use the same methodology, but let me use this methodology for a quick revision. And if I want to float it first, let's see, it is floating left. It is floating left default. Okay, let's float it in a right. Save it and see the change. Okay, now you can see it is floating in a left. So you can use the floating method. You can also use the floating method in different tags like image, in a heading, and different tags. Okay, let's talk about a clear property. So floating, so let's talk about margin. Suppose, if I want to change the margin, then I just go over here and write margin. So let's talk about 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 margin. Suppose if I want to put the margin in this, then I just use in this paragraph, then I just use a div tag over here. Okay, div div. Okay, and let me put one id. Okay, I will use class for now for a quick revision, and let's as a block. Okay, let's create a new class. For class I said you dot, and what did we put in the class? block. Okay, and let's put a background color of that background, that's color. So I like to put the background color as white. Okay, and first of all let's see how it look like. So it's look like this. Okay, let's margin it. If I want to margin, you can simply define its width and height by writing width and height. Let's write this width of 600 px and height of 700 px. Let's see. Okay, I want to margin it over here, then I just go over here and write margin right, and write 40 px. Then see, so not running. Let's margin left. Okay, so you can see the changes over here. You can simply increase the margin, just increase the distance between it, and you can also use different margin left, margin right, margin. Okay, I use margin top. Okay, so you can see margin top and margin left is working. Okay, if I want this shape little bit circular over here, then I just use border radius. Okay, border radius, and put the pixel. I put a 10 pixel. Then you can see the change over here. Suppose if I want to if I don't want to change this, and I just want to change the circle with this, then I just use the 4 pixel method. So suppose 0 pixel at first and 10 pixel in the end, and again 0 pixel at the left end, and again in the right end. Then you can see here is no change. Here is just a circle over here. There are no any circle over here. So if I want to put a circle over here, simple circle, and simple circle over here, then just use 10 in here and see the change over here. Okay, now you can see the shape of this. You can simply increase the size, a pixel size, to see it as see its dense effect. Yeah. Okay, so you can also use a different border. border. Okay, you can simply use a border like 1px solid solid. Okay, red. Then you can see now border is 1px solid red. If I use 5 6, then you can see 6 pixels solid red. So in this way you can put the different color of radius, I mean border. So this is it guys. So in this way you can adjust the layout and start the text over HTML page. So thank you guys, thanks for watching, and in next video we'll be discussing about CSS3 basic. And please give thumbs up if you like my video and do subscribe. Thank you, have a great day.